Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you the fundamentals of queue data structure. So without any further ado, let's begin. So what is queue? A queue is a fundamental data structure in computer science that follows the first in, first out, or FIFO principle. In a queue, the first element added is the first one to be removed. Think of it as a collection of elements with two main operations: enqueue, which adds an element to the rear of the queue, and dequeue, which removes the element of the front from the front. So here's the scenario. Ipalit ka og ticket. So, di ba, naglinyam na siya, no? So, ang pinakauna is muna siya ang mag-enqueue sa front. So, ang tail ana niya is muna ang kuan. Kung ang tawagan ni is muna siya bayog ticket, so siya ang una ma-dequeue sad. So, siya ang una mo fall in line, then siya sa una sa ang mo hawa sa line. So, muna ang queue. So, here's the visualization. So, we have the enqueue and dequeue. So, natay head. So, ang head mo na to ang front, then tail mo na tong rear. So, as you can see, naguna og kuan enqueue ang front, and at the same time siya sa una ning hawa ning dequeue. So, some of the common applications nga gigamit sa queue is ang kaning queue is gigamit siya sa system like task scheduling. Ang kaning queues can be used to schedule tasks based on priority or the order in which they were received. So, ang task scheduling is ang gigamit sa ninya nga data structure is queue. So, next is resource allocation. So, queues can be used to manage and allocate resources such as printers or CPU processing time. So, ang atoang printers or CPU processing time is nagamit sa siya og atoang gitawag nga queue nga data structure. So, batch processing. So, queues can be used to handle batch processing jobs such as data analysis or image rendering. So, kana siya is tag-use siya og data structure na queue. So, next is message buffering. So, queues can be used to buffer message in communication systems, such as message queues in messaging systems or buffers in computer networks. So, next is event handling. So, queues can be used to handle events in event-driven systems, such as graphical user interface or GUI, and mga any GUI applications or simulation systems. And next is we have traffic management. Queues can be used to manage traffic flow in transportation systems such as airport control systems or road networks. So kada siya nga management is nag-use siya og queue na data structure. So last one is operating systems or OS. Operating system often used queues to manage processes and resources. So, ang OS sa operating systems is nagamit sa sila og queues. For example, a processing scheduler might use a queue to manage the order in which processes are executed. So, muna yung mga application sa mga real application na gagamit ang queue. So, next is sa queue implementations. So, mo ni ang core yun nga gigamit sa queue nga implementation. Natay enqueue, natay dequeue, natay peak. So, when you say enqueue is muna ang nag-add sa atoang element or nag-push. This operation adds a new element to the rear or back of the queue. If the queue has a fixed capacity and is full, this operation may result in an overflow error or return an indicator of failure. So, ang enqueue daw is samtang nag-push siya if ang naman siya fixed capacity, fixed collection storage. So, if mapuno to siya is pwede daw siya mag-cause of overflow error. So, sa dequeue side is when we say dequeue is muna nag-remove sa atuang element. So remove, pull, or pop is the same thing ra. This operation removes and returns the element from the front or head of the queue. If the queue is empty, this operation may result in underflow error or return an indicator like null. So if remove do ka og collection or storage nga empty, is mag-cause siya og underflow. Since wala may value nga pwede atong magtangon, so murarag wagtang ka og null. So next is peek. So peek is just a method nga imong i-show ang what's inside the element sa collection. So peek or front element, this operation retrieves the element at the front of the queue without removing it. It allows inspection of the next element to be dequeued. If queue is empty, it may return null or throw an exception. So peek is just returning an element without removing it. So muna ang auxiliary queue method. So muna ang mga side method na pwedeng magamit sa queue sad. So natay tawag SMT. This method checks if the queue contains any elements. It returns true if the queue is empty and false otherwise. So if empty siya, nag-return siya og true kay since empty man siya ato ang queue collection. So if naa siya element, so return siya og false kay ang method niya is empty man niya na may collection na to ang collection of element ang ato ang queue. So next is full. So for queues with fixed capacity, this method checks if the queue has reached its maximum capacity. It returns true if the queue is full and false otherwise. So if full daw ang ato ang collection sa ato ang queue, is mag-return siya og true. So if empty siya, so mag-return siya og false kay wala may sulod ang ato ang collection. So next is size. This method returns the current number of elements present in the queue. So ang size is just basically gi-countan niya pero sulod sa inside the collection sa ato ang queue. So para mas maklaro na to ang implementation sa queue, is we have to do a hands-on nga process. So here nata sa ato ang IDE nga NetBeans, then first we have to import namatay built-in nga class para sa ato ang data structure. So ato sa siya nga kung i-import java util then next mag-initialize sa ato ang queue. So ang ato ang i-store nga collection is lang sa ng mga numbers. So we have age, then equals new. So before sa day ko mo sumpayan is natay explanation sad para magamit ato ang queue. So the reason you should use a linked list instead of a queue is because queue is an interface, not a class. So you simply can't write new queue to create a queue nga built-in data structure sa Java. So this will give a compilation error. So note that it's still best to declare the type of your variable as queue. So sa po ganiha is dili din class ang ato ang queue day. So it's just an interface. So what we have to do is we use linked list instead. Linked list. and that's it. So we have to import. So siyang i-import. So we have an error. Tara na to. Systematic parameter. So ito sa siyang fix. So in order to fix this day is mali akong naming sa file, which is di siya pwede. So atong button is mag-retag balik DSA. This. So, bigyan natin siya. So, first, mag-add tawag element. Next, we have to dequeue. Let's say, int remove walls age not all. Let's say dequeue element. Remove, and if we print, tawag tang ang 18. So I guess that's it. Basic implementation of queue data structure. So and then lastly, we'll be talking about time complexity or big O notation of queue. So big O notation describes the performance or complexity of an algorithm, including operations on data structures like queues. As the input size grows for queues, the common operations and their big O complexities are in queue, and the adding element niya is O1. So O1, adding an element to rear of a queue typically takes constant time regardless of the number of elements already in the queue. So adding daw niya is take daw a lot of time mo ng O1 na niyang time complexity. So next is dequeue. So it's the same thing ra gyapon. Removing an element from the front of a queue also typically takes constant time, as it involves simply adjusting pointers or indices. So it's the same thing as adding sa element. So the same lang siya complexity niya. And then we have peak or front, viewing the front element. So O1 gyapon. So accessing the element at the front of queue without removing it takes constant time. So is empty na to lastly is O1 gyapon. So determining if the queue contains any elements is a constant time operation. So O1 gyapon siya, since the big O notation of queue is takes a lot of time yun yung time complexity. So I guess that's pretty much it. That's all. Thank you.